Hey everyone! Welcome back. I am back today with more Nomad of Nowhere, you guys. Oh my gosh, each episode just keeps getting better and better, and last time was no exception, you guys. I will get into a little bit more of what I thought of it from last time. Before I do that, I just want to say if you're joining me early today, you know just what that means. It means you are one of my awesome patrons. Thank you so much. And as always, I'm sending up those big old hugs right through that screen. And if not, still thank you for joining me today. I'm glad you're here. I do hope you'll consider supporting me that way. The link to my Patreon is going to be in the description down below. And if you are joining me on those YouTubes, I hope you'll hit like and subscribe for me. Thank you so much. Yeah, guys, last episode was actually a very interesting one, but a pretty sad one, I think. There is this kind of cuteness and silliness about the show, while also at times being a little bit wistful and dramatic. You know, I think that's one of the really cool things about it is like we can have kind of an overall lighthearted tone, but a lot of things about the story are very sad. And last time we got to see firsthand, you know, a little bit more of the details surrounding the Nomad's magic, his abilities, and what exactly that means for him when he loses one of his like creations. It was so sad to watch some of his little animations come to life and then get killed. And you could see what a toll it takes on him as well. There was a lot of interesting technical and I think like philosophical questions last time, just about, you know, how does it work? Like, what do you feel about it? And what do you like? Is this an extension of you? Is it a totally different life? Is it a totally different entity? You know, what are the rules kind of? And what does this mean? Like, do they have souls? Like, where do they go? Like, what? Just a lot of like interesting, like, things to think about. But I gotta say, I didn't get the impression before this point that the Nomad really knew or was that aware of his power in that amount of detail. And this one just kind of, the last one just kind of confirmed it for me that like, yeah, no, he's not, it's like something that we do automatically. It's like, you don't think about snapping your fingers and like, what is that? What are the moral implications? You know, what are the philosophical implications, you know? And for him, what he does is really just as simple as that. I don't know how or why, how it got started. But it's pretty clear that he does not really know much more about it than we do. And he's kind of figuring it out along the way. So I also like that he buried the magic book. It's like, couldn't have blamed him for maybe trying to get some answers about what's going on with him. But he, I feel like, cares too much about the world around him to let something that dangerous just be floating around. So he just buried it along with his music box friend. Guys, it was so heartbreaking. It was so heartbreaking. And only the way that I feel like Rooster Teeth could do that, where it's like a happy, silly show. And it's like, oh, yeah, but don't forget, we also want to crush your feels. And they do every time. Another great thing about this episode, which was brought to my attention after, and another great thing about Rooster Teeth in general, was that the Undertaker was voiced by the same voice actor who voices Ozpin and Ruby. I just think that's so cool. I did not hear it right away, but now it makes total sense. And I love how in a Rooster Teeth show, if you're watching the Roosterverse, the Roosterverse. That's keeper right there. But if you're watching a Rooster Teeth show, there's a good chance that someone from one of your other favorite shows will pop up. And I absolutely love that. I think that's so cool. It reminds me of like old school like theater where, you know, they still do this in theater. It's not necessarily old school, but it is kind of old school. Like a theater production, you know, you might see an actor playing a lead role, and one thing is like a totally different person, and they played well, you know, I mean, they would just show up as an actor in another production and play like maybe a totally different role, and you would get to see, you know, just kind of like a reuse of actors in all these great different roles on stage. So I really enjoy that. I like that a lot. Roosterverse, guys, it's gonna stick. Mark my words. All right, guys. Since we have degenerated into silliness, what do you say we wrap up this intro and get started on the next episode of Nomad of Nowhere? Let's go. Oh, that's really loud. It's really loud as well. My last thing I watched was very loud too. Here we go. Oh, see, it's still loud. Oh boy, what's going on now? Oh, that's what's going on now. Got it. We're on the run. Oh man. Can't he just catch a break? Whoa. And now we're in front of a scary looking dwelling filled with sand. Okay. Great. Probably because of the sandstorm. Oh, it hasn't been cleaned in a while. And that's the symbol. What's that? Whoa. Oh. Hey, friends. Do you think his ability, oh, they're all gonna snuggle. Do you think his ability developed out of his, whoa.
What a wonderful gift you have.
Loneliness, I was gonna say.
Shh. Do not be afraid. All are welcome here. The storm outside is growing worse. But it is good to see magic again.
Okay. It's like it's really not because of this.
Nonsense. Your magic is important, Wanderer. Do you not understand?
That voice sounds really familiar.
Oh, my dear. Thank the stars you were brought to this place. Come, follow me. There is so much to show you.
Are we gonna get to know about the magic? They're like, I don't know, seems like as good as playing with any. Let's go. We probably developed some trust issues after all the stuff we've been through.
I know you're not normally the joking type, Toth, but are you trying out jokes now?
It's the only place the Nomad could have gone. There's no way he gets far inside of that thing. This might be our only chance.
Yeah, it might, but if we go in after him, it might as well be our tomb. These nowhere storms
Yeah.
are savagerous. They'll zap the brains right out of your
Nowhere
head.
storms.
Assuming you don't wind up lost and buried in the sands
Whoa.
first.
Don't let a book tell you what you can't do.
Ah.
You can handle this.
You really think so? Well, then I think so too.
Oh, please be safe, guys. That was a very sweet exchange, but at the same time, I'm worried. I'm worried. So this individual knows a lot about magic. Oh, so that's a lot of stairs. Are we flashing back? What? Was that the Nomad? Was he? What are we watching? What are we seeing? Brave warrior, it would seem. Safe. Oh? Put on the crown. Okay. Were we seeing a flashback of the Nomad right there? Was that what we were seeing?
I think I might have just remembered the fact that I'm no good at this bravery thing. Maybe we should head on back.
Just a little further.
Oh.
Got to be close.
Oh, see, I feel like is there somebody? Okay.
I know catching the Nomad
Yikes.
is important to you, but he ain't gonna do us any good if this storm fricassees us. We can't hunt him if we're dead.
That's the thing is you cannot hunt him if you're... Wow. Okay, well, it's easier said than done. What on earth?
About that.
That looks like a makeshift Grim. That's what that looks like. Oh, man. It does feel like he's remembering. Is this where... And there are people who brought... Okay. Help our kid. Yes. So done. Your kid as well. I think we're seeing a flashback of the Nomad. You're sad? I'll make you happy. I'll do... Yeah. Cool. And now the king has aged. Okay. Huh? It didn't work. It didn't work. We used up the magic. We used it up. Still sad. Thanks for nothing. Oh, dang it. And it's... Whoa. Okay. That's the crown. The crown is... Okay, the crown has now eaten someone. That is not good. No. It made him put it back on. And now he's young? Now he's young, and it's all happening again? What is... Whoa, guys. Whoa. I need like subtitles or something. I am not entirely certain of what happened there, but I could put together a tiny little bit. Are we perhaps seeing the Nomad's past? He was a king who wore a magical crown that could help people until it didn't.
What's this thing even doing here?
Took it off, and it started attacking people. We put it back on, and all started over.
Oh,
Sure, that makes sense. Oh,
This...
you dunderhead!
What is this creature all about? This creature has capabilities. Oh god, no. Gotta do something fast, sweetheart. Gotta do something fast. And it was... Electrocuted it. Okay. Oh, no. I think maybe we just supercharged it. Does it have, like, Nora capabilities where thunder just powers it up? Whoa. You know, I just for a second there, I felt like I was watching a cartoon, and then they were just like, nope, we just need to remind you this is, whoa. Okay. So whatever that shell is about is something magical as well, perhaps? I don't know. Is there... Oh no, Skout. Skout? They're gonna have to, I bet, how much...
Hey.
Oh.
I hope he didn't zap your brains.
no.
Oh.
No, I got him.
That makes sense. I'm feeling a mite bit fuzzy-ish.
She's
You'll
not
get
okay.
that nomad without me. I'll just wait here.
No, of course not gonna leave you
Scout.
there. Oh god, Skout. Now she's gonna be like, dang it, I'm the one who brought us into this. You know what's gonna happen? The Nomad's gonna have to heal or help Skout somehow. It's gonna totally change our perception. Who is this individual? What is going on with the flashbacks? Here we go with flashbacks. Okay, and it's all started over again. He's got the crown. The crown has now taken over some of the face. Are we, is that? I feel like that's not how it was. And it's turned into, okay. Well, that explains the creature we just saw. Go. And, wow, guys. If this is the Nomad's past, this is getting a little ugly, isn't it? Wow. Are we burning? I hear flame. Somebody coming. Okay, it's a... Oh, okay, we're fighters? El Rey. El Rey! El Rey! That's El Rey! That's El Rey. This is the story. Oh my god, there's an ad about to start too. I'm so sorry. It's a terrible time for an ad. So that's the story of El Rey. It's just gonna, the ad's gotta play through, I think.
The legacy of that shield is...
Oh, now it's gonna let me skip it.
complicated.
This is a great show too, by the way. I ranked this one. Love it. Okay. Where are we? Is there a, there's a
Do you know
snake
what
on
Toth
somebody's...
is?
Okay, ow.
So,
We're back.
Toth, let me
That
get
was the
this
story of
straight.
El Rey.
You and that cute as a button, what's her name of yours, circled
She's
the Nomad
cute.
for weeks on end, and just when you were on his trail and had him cornered in a
Skout was in
nowhere
trouble.
storm,
I don't know what's
abandoned
going on
your
here, but I don't
search.
like it.
Yes, Don Paragon. We had an emergency.
Oh, thank goodness. For a second, I thought you'd started considering going back on our deal. Because that's the only explanation I can come up with in my pretty little cabeza for why you'd come back to me, again, empty-handed.
It was one of my soldiers.
No, not one of your soldiers, your spittoon girl. You know what I do when one of my
They're
possessions starts
important to each
failing
other.
me right in the middle
Don't
of
say
something
it.
important?
Don't say it. Don't say
I
it.
leave it behind and get a new one.
Don't.
When we first met,
She
the thing
can't
that
be all
impressed
right with
me the
this.
most about you was that you were willing to do anything to save your people. Your lot may live longer than most, but they won't get far without my help. They need magic. I need the Nomad. But I need the Nomad to give them magic. Don't you know how this works? I don't.
Just being honest here. Are we going to explain it?
When I bring El Rey the Nomad, he's
Okay.
going to reward me for doing what none of his other governors have done for the last 100 years.
100
He's
years.
going
It's
to
been
make
going
me
on.
one of them and give me all the powers that come with the title.
There's
So, would
the
that make
okay.
you the governor of the Southwest? The Southwest? Sorry, I don't mean to criticize or nothing. It's just that neither of those have much of a ring to it.
And that's it. I was just going to say this man has a sword, so.
Does anyone else want to critique my life goals? How about you, Toth? Do you have a better plan to help
Toth
your people
cannot
than doing
be-
it through me, my way? I never thought I'd have to tell you, of all people, to stop caring so much. I need you back on my side. Help me, help you, help me. Become a governor. Then we both
It's
get
really
what you
helping
want.
him in the end, is what
I'm
it's
sorry,
helping.
sir.
You know.
It won't happen again.
Good. Now, one of you fetch
Don't
somebody to
let
clean
somebody
this
tell you that
mess
your
up. I've
feelings
got fencing
are wrong.
practice to attend to.
Yikes.
Red Manuel knew he'd watch
It just came out of nowhere. God, no. There's no. Oh, Toth, no.
I can't believe you.
Oh, don't do this. You're going to regret this.
Okay.
I have so many questions as well.
I'll see you later.
Skout, don't do this to her. You know you care about each other. Oh, guys, I have so many questions because clearly this all has to do with El Rey. Is it the end of the episode?
Wow,
I think it
what a
is.
great
Yeah.
episode.
It was a really great
Please keep
episode.
watching
That
this
is the
season.
truth. All right, guys. I have a lot of questions about what we learned in that episode. So we learned kind of how the El Rey came to power. I have some questions about El Rey. Is El Rey the same El Rey that we're dealing with now, who wants the Nomad and wants the magic, etc., etc., etc.? Or were we seeing the story of the Nomad, and at one time the Nomad was El Rey? I don't think that's, I don't know. I could use some clarification on this, because what it looked like was, you know, at first this kind of brave person, warrior, came to power, was helping people, but then at some point that crown took over, and the crown was what kind of established this very brutal at times order. We could see like the 4 regions that we saw on the current map, and we know that El Rey has been trying to get the Nomad for 100 years. Another thing I find really interesting was, I don't know if they've mentioned this before, but, you know, we had the Don Paragon mentioning in this episode, like, something about Toth's people. Is Toth from a, you know, tribe or group or region? Like, what is that story? Is there something going on with, like, her particular people? Maybe, again, they have touched base on this before and I just, like, missed it. But what exactly is the backstory there? Again, like, if they mentioned it and I'm just blanking on it, I'm so sorry. But another thing I noticed was the eye color of the individual that we met at the creepy old abandoned castle that has to do with El Rey. Kind of reminded me of Toth. Could we have met someone from the same tribe or region or whatever group of people? That's, or maybe it's just coincidence, you know, just happen to have the same color eyes. I mean, it happens. It's not that big of a deal, I guess, but just something that I noticed that I was like, huh. So clearly what we had here was fleshing out a little bit of the past. I'm not exactly sure whose past it was. We also saw, like, in that scenario that we saw, which I'm assuming is a flashback, there was like a gunslinger who kind of bore some resemblance to the Nomad. I wonder if maybe that has to do with something as well. Again, I'm just kind of like, I'm not really clear on what exactly is going on. I'm just trying to like put together little pieces of what they're telling me. And without really telling me, you know, so you guys know sometimes I miss things or I kind of like go the wrong way with a theory or something that I've inferred. So it's very, very possible I'm doing a whole lot of that right now. But it is fun to speculate based on what they've given us. It's like putting together a puzzle. So if I did kind of miss something obvious, or there's, you know, I'm veering off the trail of correctness, just go ahead and bring me back. That would be great. But yeah, wow, guys. That was awesome. There's so many parallels here too to like RWBY that I could see with like the 4 regions and the 4 kingdoms. A lot of, you know, I'm gonna kind of assume that most of you have seen RWBY, but just in case, you know how I am about spoilers, but some of the other things regarding the king and whatnot, El Rey, could maybe kind of see a few things here, and not even like distinct parallels, but just kind of like, oh hey, that's kind of familiar. So it's not even that like the lot about the characters are even necessarily you know, really the same, just kind of the concepts is what I'm trying to get at. So interesting stuff, guys. Very interesting stuff. We're really getting into, I like how they're just slowly revealing like some of the meat and potatoes of like the backstory now. So I will await feedback to see how accurate any of my inferences were. And I will look forward to the next episode, because this was, and now finally we have, I really hope this person that we just encountered turns out to be like a real friend, because certainly some of the things that have happened in previous episodes could give one trust issues. And but I think this person may actually be like an actual ally, which is nice because we need one of those. And I was saying during the episode, I feel like, is it possible that some of this came out of like his own loneliness, you know, the ability to just kind of like, and now I'm not alone. Food for thought, maybe. But all right, guys, that was excellent. I am loving this series. I hope you're enjoying watching along with me. I hope you enjoyed watching along with me today. As always, thank you so much for joining me. Please be sure to join me next time. We will watch it together. Bye for now, guys.